Heidi-ho there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here tonight. Hey folks, tonight I'm going to show you how to do a proper brake inspection on your vehicle. So let's get started. Okay friends, the first thing that you want to examine when you do a brake check is how does the brake pedal feel? Okay, so as you pull the car into the shop, does the pedal feel spongy? And in this case, this brake pedal feels normal. Next thing you want to check is actually your brake fluid level, okay? And I'm going to take my flashlight and shine in here, and actually we can tell that the brake fluid level is low. Now friends, the reason that brake fluid is low is either one of two things. Either you do have a fluid leak somewhere, but the most probable thing is that you have some worn brake pads, because as the pads wear, the fluid level in the reservoir will go down. Now we've already taken all four wheels off of this car, and we have it properly supported with jack stands. So let's go down and take a look at these brakes. Okay. Go around to each corner of the vehicle. We're going to start here at the left front. We want to examine the brake hose. Make sure it doesn't look like it has any cracks or leaks in it. We'll also go ahead and take a visual inspection of the rotor. It actually looks pretty good right now. But the biggest thing is you want to go ahead and take a look at the visual inspection of the thickness of the brake pads, okay? Now this outer pad, I'm pointing at it, and this is actually the distance that I'm moving this little pick is the thickness of that outer pad. The outer one looks pretty good, but the inner one here, I can already tell that's pretty close. That's down to about 4/30 seconds. It's time to do a brake job on the front of this vehicle, just for that reason there. Let's move on and take a look at the rest of the brakes. Now we've moved over to the left rear wheel. We want to take a look at the brake hose going to that caliper as well. Looks pretty good. Take a look at this rotor here. No big rust or anything on. A lot of times your rear brakes on cars, sometimes if they sit, they get a lot of rust. These actually look pretty good, just normal glazing. Let's take a look at the brake pads. We'll take the pick here on the inner pad. As we can see, we have a good bit of thickness still left on that inner pad. Outer pad will go right up in here. Looks like we got pretty good thickness there. So this car can actually probably go a little longer on rear brakes. Okay friends, went ahead and moved over here to the right rear. Definitely want to check the brake hose going to this caliper as well. Rotor looks pretty good. We're going to take a quick peek at the thickness of the pads. And looks like we got plenty on the inner pad as well on this side and the outer pad. So I wouldn't recommend any rear brakes on this vehicle at this time. Okay, back here on the right front, want to go ahead and take a good look at the brake hose as well. And let's check out the thickness of these pads. Here is our inner pad, and it's a little thicker than the one on the left front, but not much more. Outer is definitely a little bit thicker. So we're definitely going to do a front brake job on this car. Let's go grab our micrometer and see if these rotors can be machined. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mic these rotors here. Let's go and mic the left front. Our spec we've already looked up is 1 inch 20 thousandths. It looks like we're probably about 1 inch 50 thousandths right there. Let's go take a look at the right front. And here we are on the right front. Looks like we're about the same. We're about 1 inch 45 thousandths, 1 inch 50 thousandths on this side as well. Okay folks, these rotors did mic out above minimum discard, okay? So technically they could be machined. And we may try to machine these rotors versus replacing these rotors. Now, one thing you might want to keep in mind, if the customer is telling you now at this time that they're having some brake pulsation, like when they put their foot on the brake, they're feeling like the steering wheel vibrating back and forth, that means they could be warped pretty good. So you may just want to go ahead and replace these rotors instead of trying to cut them, because when you get them cut, they're going to be even closer to discard, and they're going to be more prone to warp again. Okay friends, that just about wraps it up on how to do a proper brake inspection on a vehicle. This actually is a Nissan Altima, but this technique, you would use this on just about any car that you would inspect the brakes on. What we have concluded on this one is that we will be doing a front brake job in the near future. And friends, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, tell a friend about us, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.